who's going to mind.
Yes, but I have a feeling everyone else will mind. It was dramatic enough the first time. No one wants a second showing of Townsend's trip to Stabby Town.
She's quite right, old chap. Still trying to scrub the image from my mind. I'm sure I won't sleep for weeks.
I'm just looking for clues.
Shouldn't we leave that to the police? Yes, we should. Can you try the phone again?
We just tried it. It's out.
We'll try it again.
Still nothing, just like 2 minutes ago when we tried it before.
Must be the store.
Any luck with the phone?
No, no dial tone, no static, nothing. It's completely dead.
Just like Townsend.
This is so awful. Townsend.
Why did you such for doing this to Townsend? He was a good man.
Has anyone seen that Edna girl? It could have been her.
No. No, she was many things, but she couldn't have done this.
But missing. Then that makes her a suspect.
Or a victim. Sweet girl, I really hope she's all right.
What about the vehicles?
They've all been disabled in some way. Either the points have been messed with or the tires have been slashed. They're all mostly fixable, just a little time consuming. Edward's Rolls Royce is the most badly damaged. So was the crown slashed everywhere. Tires and seats and even smashed the window sheet.
What about Benton? She's all right, don't worry. It was just the points. Me and Alanette were able to get her fixed up pretty quickly.
Finishing Edmund's field for Tina running. I had the truck get out the ground to the cottage. It'll be a tight squeeze, so I think
Hold on, we can't go anywhere.
No, we need to leave. Auntie Cassie's right. You heard, Mr. Carter. We have to stay here the whole night or we forfeit our share.
Under these circumstances, I'm sure Mr. Carter would understand.
Well, you could take your chances, but I'm not going.
Yes, go ahead. One less person to share the money with.
Robert, please tell me that is not your primary motivation here.
Of course it is. I have a very serious career goal of never having to work again.
I'm speechless.
We need to sit and wait for the police to arrive. It's probably bad enough we moved Townsend's body. Who knows what kind of evidence we destroyed.
How are the police going to get here? We can't call them.
That's not what I meant. This is my last chance to talk to Elizabeth. Her last chance to tell me what really happened that night. I'm not giving that up. Robert, this is insane. You can't be serious. There's a murder running loose. You want to put a seance? As long as we stay together, we'll be safe. Besides, the house goes up for sale tomorrow. Any chance I have to find out will be gone. This is my last chance, Celeste.
But the ghost isn't real. Why will you people get that through your heads? It's not real. The ghost is real. Lucy saw her.
No, Sarah, don't.
What did you see?
She's real. I saw her tonight in this room.
Not this again. Stop lying, Lucy.
No, let this be. Go on, Gail. Tell me what you saw.
I found the locket on the floor over there by the fireplace. I didn't know who it belonged to, so I opened it. Then I heard a voice. She said mine. It was her. The painting. It seemed to come alive. I couldn't stop my feet. She made me put it back on the mantle, then I ran.
Lies.
I believe her. I've seen things too. I know you have as well, Marvin. Don't deny it.
Yes, I have. Ever since I started working in this cursed place. I just tried to ignore it.
Can't be serious.
Quiet and let him speak.
I've seen and heard everything everyone else has, but over these last few months it seems to have gotten worse.
I agree. I've seen Elizabeth too, but turn a corner and she'd be gone.
Did Edward ever talk about seeing Elizabeth?
Townsend was the only one he'd allow into his room. He was worried for Mr. Marston because he'd speak of Elizabeth. Then she'd come to him and stand in the corner and stare. And the music, it would play over and over again.
Yes, but in the last few months of his life, his health was declining. It's hard to say if he really saw her or if he was just delusional.
Well, when your other senses are taken away, the veil between the living and dead can become thinner. It's not unusual for dying people to see their loved ones that have already passed on.
You're all raving! All of you! I can't believe what I'm hearing.
Mrs. Peel, how about you take Mr. Poole and the boys and go make us all some tea? Sure, we'll all feel better with some tea in our stomachs, so then we can start planning. Well, off you go. What are we going to do?
Stay together, that's for sure. No one is allowed to say, I'll be right back.
Fine by me, there's a deranged killer on the loose.
What do you have to do with the laboratory?
Dear, don't worry, dear. Gladys and I will go with you.
I have a question. How old was Edward when he died? I just imagine he died of old age.
He would have been 68 next month. Not too old, really.
No, that's That's not very old. Was he ill?
Yes, some sort of virus. The doctor said he seemed to decline very quickly.
Edna said that he started having terrible stomach pains, lost his appetite, and when he did eat, he couldn't keep anything down.
Edna, when did you talk to her?
When we first got here, she was fishing for info on you. It was easy to get her talk. She loved to gossip.
Really? What else did she say?
She said that when Edward first started to feel sick, the doctors gave him medicine to help, but his symptoms just continued to get worse and worse. After a while, he refused to see any more doctors.
Well, that doesn't seem like a very good idea.
Edward developed a mistrust of doctors after they failed to help him and Miss Elizabeth start a family. After that, he had no use for them.
So who did have contact with Edward in those last few months?
He refused to see anyone but Townsend. I can see where you're going with this, but surely you don't think it was Townsend. I refuse to believe it. He was so dedicated to Mr. Marston.
No, I don't think that's plausible anymore. Were there any other symptoms?
Because of the stomach pains and vomiting, he was increasingly dehydrated. He suffered partial blindness, he started losing his hair, and then, of course, the hallucinations.
Sounds like he suffered. Good. Mother, so are they coming back with that tea anytime soon? I'm going to go see if I can help.
If Marston kept his room so much, why did he employ such a large staff? It seems like a very good waste of very good money, if you ask me.
A house this size needs to be maintained on a regular basis, otherwise it begins to crumble and decay. Besides, I think for whatever reason, Edward was obsessed with keeping the house the same as it was the day that Miss Elizabeth died. Nothing's been changed and nothing's been updated. He's very strict about it, even in the garden. When you're planted with the wrong colored flowers on the borders, you should have seen the fit you threw. Maybe rip them out and replace them with the right color. Instead of his obsession.
I've a question. How exactly did Edward make his money? I mean, 19 million pounds is a hell of a lot to leave behind.
Edward's father died around 1920. He left Edward a tidy sum of money in a small estate somewhere south of Cambridge. Edward was already working in London at the time and didn't know what to do with it. A real estate developer approached him about the land he inherited, offered him well above market value, so of course he snapped it up.
What did the developer want with the land?
The suburbs, Arthur, you know, those lovely housing estates sprawling out over the countryside. He realized there was about to be a huge need for housing, roads, railway lines. He studied the different cities to figure out the most likely areas, bought up the land at a low price, and sold it for a nice profit.
He started doing the same thing on the continent, with similar success. By the time the Second World War rolled around, he'd already made a sizable fortune. He met Elizabeth the year before. They were married and he fell in love with this man, so he built this house for her.
He was so romantic. I was so in love.
Until it didn't suit him anymore, I'm glad he suffered at the end. It's only a fraction of what he deserved.
You better watch your mouth, Cassandra Monroe! You have as much of an idea of what happened after Elizabeth died as we do. Edward didn't deserve to live out the rest of his life in torment. Nobody does.
Well, I'm sure those last few months seemed like a breeze considering where he is now.
Oh, that's it!
Ladies, please. Everybody is on edge right now. The last thing we need is for tempers to get out of hand.
Arthur, why did you stop them? Things were just about to get entertaining.
Robert, shut up! Maybe this is what the murderer wants, to get us all arguing, cause more confusion. Robert, I'm scared, I want to leave.
No, don't you dare, Davina. We're staying here. I'm not letting some idiot scare me out of what's rightfully mine.
Look, thank goodness that the...
Where's Mrs. Peel?
She decided to stay in the kitchen, said she needed a moment alone.
Will she be okay in there by herself?
Oh, Mrs. Peel will be all right. Besides, I wouldn't go in there right now if I were you. When she gets like this, it's best to leave her be for a while.
Oh, understood.
Arthur, have some tea. You'll feel better.
Thank you.
What is it with your English and your tea? Comes in there and soup the soul.
Quiet, quiet.
Excuse me, that's a little bit rude.
Well, what's that noise?
What noise? I heard it too.
I don't hear anything.
Just shut up and listen, please.
It's her. It's my Elizabeth.
Can you tell where it's coming from?
It seems be louder here. I think it's coming from the hallway.
Elizabeth, it's Cassandra. I'm here for you. Talk to me. I'm here for you.
Did you see anything?
No, there was no one there.
Are you sure?
There was nothing. The hallway was empty.
But it was her. It was Elizabeth. It's a clear sign she's trying to make contact. Alanette, back off, Cassandra. There's no way you're going to force her into doing this. But we need to do it now. That sounds like it came from the kitchen. Do you think that's just Mrs. Peel venting her emotions, or should we go check on her?
I'll go. Lucy, come with me.
Look, I really don't think making rash choices right now is the best idea. We need to sit tight and weigh out our options.
Quite right, old chap. No need to be rushing into anything. Just sit tight until 9 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Robert, I can't believe you're considering this. This is the most ridiculous thing for you.
Come on, sis. We're talking about $3 million each. Do you know what this means for us? I'm not giving that up.
Is there a button? I can't believe what I'm hearing. They're insane.
There's blood everywhere.
Do this.
Gosh, it's a mess in there. Like she tried to fight back. This was in her hand.
What is that? It looks like the sort of thing you make a veil out of.
Miss Elizabeth was buried in her wedding gown and veil.
Are you trying to say a ghost did this? That's preposterous. No, Elizabeth would never do anything like this. She was gentle and kind.
I don't care anymore. I'm not waiting for anyone else to die. Lucy and I are leaving this cursed place. We're taking Mrs. Steele's car. If you want to join us, you better come now.
Sarah! Sarah! Mom, we can't stay here. It's too dangerous. We have to leave. I don't care about the money, please. Go! No, I need to stay. I need to talk to my sister. This is my last chance, Celeste. But they're leaving now! Celeste, don't you dare walk out of here!
Sandra, I'm all for staying, but things are getting a little serious.
Come on, Wilbur, don't bail me out. Come on, $3 million, man. If we all stick together, we'll be safe.
No, I think Celeste is right. We need to leave.
Thank goodness you're all finally starting to see sense.
But how are we going to get out of here? Mr. Poole just took the Cortina, and we're not all going to fit in the Bentley.
I have a truck out of the groundskeeper's cottage. It won't be the most comfortable ride, but we'll all get out of here together.
Elizabeth, give me a sign. Please, anything. Please try, Elizabeth. I'm begging you. Anything. Please, Elizabeth. It's her. She heard me. She's trying to tell us something.
Lynette?
It's her. I feel it. That's it, Sid. Please go get the truck. We need to leave now. I promise.
Arthur, can you please go with him? We should go now.
Yes, of course. Everyone stay here. We'll be right back. No! Stay!
This couldn't happen again. This is that once in a lifetime. This is the thrill divine. Once more.
Anything?
No, nothing. Are you surprised? No, not really. Then we're stuck here.
We have to leave. We can't stay here.
We don't seem to have a choice.
No, she's right. You need to leave. I have to get you all out of here.
You don't have to feel responsible for us. We're all in this together now. We just have to stick together. We'll be safe.
It's my fault that Sid is dead. If I had told him to go get the truck, then he'd still be alive.
You can't think like that, Davina. You're not responsible for what happened to poor old Sid.
What did happen to Sid?
Well, gardening she is in the chest is pretty obvious.
Shut up! Arthur, what did you see?
I can't be for certain how it happened so fast. It looked like a veiled figure.
So we're being picked off by ghosts?
No, I told you. Elizabeth would never do anything like this. Alan, you seem to be our expert on this kind of thing. Have you ever heard of a ghost killing anyone?
Other than scaring someone out of their wits? No.
You see, it couldn't have been Elizabeth. She was always gentle and calm.
That's besides the point. We have to find a way to get out of this house.
We're not leaving. You heard the music. It's a clear sign she's trying to reach out to us. We have to seize the moment.
No!
Alanette, I implore you, please help me make contact with my sister. Maybe then we can give her the peace she deserves.
Alanette, you do not have to do this. Don't let her bully you into doing something you aren't comfortable with.
Don't worry, you know I'm no pushover. She couldn't bully me if she tried. Besides, I want to do this. I can feel Elizabeth. She's so close. All right, I'll do it. But you have to follow my instructions to the letter.
Really? Oh my goodness, yes. I'll do whatever you say.
Are you serious? I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this.
Mother, this is insanity. There's a murder on this. Stay on. As long as we all stay together, we'll all be safe. Really? That didn't work so well for poor Sid, did it? That was different. He was leaving. He wasn't on his guard.
So what you're saying is we're stuck in this room until the nuns come back home and we can call the help?
Well, in a few hours that lawyer chap will be back and everything will be all right.
Miss Monroe, it's right. We will stick together. We'll be safe. Find a way to get out of here.
All I'm saying is we need to be on our guard. If any of us need to leave this room, there are no less than 3 other people. Now, Alanette, what do we need to gather for the seance?
What am I doing, seance? It would be easy enough for someone to come in here and pick us off one by one. What then?
Yes, that's a good point.
I'll keep a lookout. I don't hold much with that mumbo jumbo anyway. Well, it seems more productive than holding hands and talking to dead people.
Fine. Alanette, what else do we need?
We'll need to gather a few things first. Sarah, we'll need some candles, some salt, and some incense, or better still, some dried sage. Can you put your hands on those items easily?
Yes, please, you go to the kitchen.
Sarah, you can't go in there by yourself. I'll go with you. Robin, how about you make our party of 3?
With Mrs. Peel laid on the floor. Sorry, old chap. I have a terribly weak stomach. I'd be more of a hindrance. I'll stay here and protect the ladies.
Coward! I'll go with you. Arm yourself, Arthur. Now, Alanette, what else do we need to do?
We'll need to prepare the space. Do you have Elizabeth's locket?
Yes, it's right here.
Why do you need the locket?
It's a divination tool. It'll help me focus our energies and connect with Elizabeth.
This is making me very nervous. Have you done this before?
Yes, many times. It's normal to be a little apprehensive, but there's nothing to worry about. Either Elizabeth will come through, or she won't. Nothing bad will happen.
Famous last words.
Elizabeth will come through. She has to.
And I'll do everything in my power to make that happen, but first we have to prepare the space.
Yes, everything you asked for, I hope everything's there.
Yes, I don't want to go back in there.
How bad was it?
You remember that abattoir?
In Istanbul?
Okay, everyone, please arrange yourselves in this room.
I'll get plans. Excuse me. Excuse me, do we need to stand for this?
No, you can sit. It's fine if you're comfortable. Okay, I'm going to begin by cleansing the space and creating a protective circle around us. Then I will call to the spirit of Elizabeth and ask her to communicate with us. Before I begin, it's important to remember that the sounds work best with people that are calm and have good intentions. It's important that everyone takes this seriously.
She's talking to you, Robert. Think about opening your mouth.
My lips are sealed, I promise.
During the seance, it is imperative that the circle remains unbroken until the end. Does everyone understand?
Yes.
Okay. Everyone, please join hands and join your energies. I call upon the watchtowers of the north, the east, the south, and the west
Sacred sisters and sacred ancestors, I call upon the sacred elements, air, fire, water, and earth. I invite you to come forth to attend this rite and protect this circle. Look upon us with favor and grace us with the divine energy to contact the spirit realm. Hear us, O spirits. We call to the spirit of Elizabeth Marston. Come to us, sister. Use our voices to make your energy known. She's close, I can feel her. Elizabeth, give us a sign that you are near. Yes, that's it, Elizabeth. Use me as your energy. Use me as your voice. Speak to us, Elizabeth, speak.
Elizabeth, are you there?
Sister, I am here.
Elizabeth, is that really you, Elizabeth? Ask her a question only she would know the answer to. On your wedding day, I gave you something special. What was it?
A key. You said it was so I'd always have a way out. From Edward.
Yes, it was a key.
You hated him!
No, that's not true.
Hated him!
No, he was never good enough for you, even with all his money